Hands up, champ, hands up. Here we go. One time, back again, baby.
You are improving
Back
fitness.
Again. Push. Here we go. Dig. Here you go. Back. Champ. Oh. Cover that body up, champ. Oh. Here we go.
Hey guys, it was good Triple J boxing. We got Keith Thurman here doing some training, some footwork training here. Just an overall whole body workout, to be honest. It's not just footwork, but just total body endurance, strength in the legs. He's got the ankle weights on. Like, to be honest, I guess it is essentially a boxing workout because he's working the footwork. He's shuffling like he's fighting in a sense, like the way you move. But I mean, anyone can do this kind of workout for overall fitness is what I'm trying to say. It's pretty good. But how does he look? I mean, he looks okay. Like, there's not much you can really gain from this other than it's a good workout. He's not going too hard though. I don't know what kind of shape he is in. He obviously is getting ready for Brock Jarvis March 12th, so he's still got time. He's just beginning. I guess he's in the middle of the camp right now. He's got a solid month to get ready, over a month. So I mean, I always liked Keith Thurman. He's good for the sport. He's exciting, but the man just hasn't been fighting that much. He's fought only once since 2019. Like, he's literally fought Pacquiao and Barrios since COVID, which is crazy when you think about it. Before COVID, he's only fought once after COVID. Like, that's crazy. But yeah, ever since 2019, after the Pacquiao fight, he just hasn't been fighting. We've been wanting him, so he's literally been inactive for 3 years. And that's definitely not good. And then when you actually look at the Mario Barrios fight, you would have to go back to 2019. So he had a three-year layoff almost, and now another 3-year layoff. It's just not good, and especially at his age, at 36. Obviously, he's fighting a guy, Brock Jarvis. A lot of people don't really know Brock Jarvis. But he is 9 years younger. He's only lost to Liam Paro, which is he's a good, decent fighter. Liam Paro. He got knocked out in round 1. I mean, he got caught cold. Going back to that fight, it was a battle of the Australians. Pretty sure Liam Paro's from Australia as well. And there was a lot of tension going into that fight, and I think he let his emotions get to him, because when you watch that fight, he just looked super anxious and tense, and then he got caught cold. He wasn't worrying about defense enough, though. Like I said, I haven't seen enough of his fights to really know. Maybe that's just how he fights. He does have a lot of knockouts, so maybe he just does fight anxious like that, and a lot of emotion the way he fights. But if it wasn't for Keith Thurman being obviously a long layoff and being 9 years older at 36, you would put all your money on Keith Thurman to win the fight. He's obviously a way better fighter on paper, and just he's been proven and tested, Keith Thurman, time and time again, and he has a good chin as well. So I don't think the power would give him any problems. An inexperienced guy with power will give him problems, but he has been susceptible to the body, obviously, so you got to look out for that. And you got to look out for just the inactivity and the age. He's going to be rusty, probably. And the other guy, Liam Paro, I mean, it is kind of strange how it seems to me that he's been having trouble making weight because like I said, I haven't seen a lot of his fights, but when I go back to his box rec, he was fighting at Liam Paro at 140. A lot of the fights he was fighting at, not a lot, but he started off at, wow, he actually started off at 115, which is kind of crazy. So what is that? Is that bantamweight, I think? Yeah, I think that's bantamweight or super flyweight. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. He started off at 116, and then he goes all the way to 140 to fight Liam Power in 2022. And now he's fighting Keith Thurman at 154, but his last fight he weighed in at 158 pounds. So is he struggling to make weight is what I'm trying to, because like in 2 fights, he went from 140 to 158. So that's kind of crazy to me. Maybe that contributing to him getting knocked out as well in round 1. Maybe he was drained. I don't know. He looks decently sized. Because he's only 5'9", but he got some thickness to him. But yeah, I still have to go with my man Keith Thurman. I want him to win. Just I followed him for years and years. When he started his career, so nostalgic, obviously too. But we're gonna see if he's like the kind of ring rust he's got on him. It could be a tougher fight than he thinks. He is 36, so he's not super old, but he's getting up there, and you combine that with just not fighting. And then the injuries, too. I forgot to mention that. The injuries is why he hasn't been fighting. So I think if he plays it safe, though, and he just plays it calculated, and he boxes, and he keeps smart, which he is. Keith Thurman, he's a very smart boxer. He's got good IQ in there. So because Keith Thurman was known as the knockout puncher back in the day. That's why he's called One Time. But when you actually look at Keith Thurman, he's a good boxer puncher. He's not just a puncher. So I feel like if he can kind of slow down the pace, I feel like he can win the fight. But we will see. I'm rooting for my man One Time. Maybe he can do it one more time, or maybe a couple more times. Because I loved Keith Thurman's attitude, his personality. He brought excitement to boxing, not just his personality, but in the ring, he was exciting. And it's a shame that we just didn't get enough Keith Thurman as we could have. And he's 36 now, so I don't know how much more he'll want to fight. But I know there was like many, many years that we could have got at least 4 or 5 more fights out of him. That would have been very obviously I would have loved that, but hopefully we get to see him in a great fight here and he has a good performance, and best of luck to Brock Jarvis. See if he can bring the action and make it a rough and tough fight on Keith Thurman. We will see how that goes, but yeah, I got experience winning this fight for Keith Thurman.